Hi, this is Mrs. Bostic. This video is to give you some tips on using and organizing your OneDrive. If you haven't set up access to your OneDrive, you may want to check out a video for beginners. This video is really for those of you that have been at OTHS and have used your OneDrive from time to time, but not with any frequency. But now that we're doing remote learning, your teachers are wanting you to download and save more and more files. And since you don't get paper that you can hole punch and put into a binder, this is kind of an online binder. One of the best features is you can access it anywhere that you can log into your Office 365 account. So you want to go to the OneDrive app, which is the cloud, and this drops you right into where your files are. And again, if you've used it from time to time, you may have a bunch of files already in your OneDrive, but they're not really organized. So what I suggest is to create a folder for the year that you're in school. So say you're a sophomore. I would create a sophomore folder. I would then, in my sophomore folder, make folders for each of my classes. Now, if you have previous files, we can talk about how to organize those in a moment. The reason I create folders within my sophomore folder is because that way then I can keep them very organized, and I know if I need to create a new Word document for my English class, I can go in, choose my English folder, and know that anything I do, if I download and upload anything to my OneDrive while the English folder is open or create a new document, it'll automatically be saved here, and I just don't have to move it later. But if you forget, again, I'm going to show you in just a moment how to organize a few things. So you want to go ahead and choose Word document, and we're going to create a new Word document for our English class. Now this actually puts you into Word Online, which doesn't have quite as many features as the desktop, but really it has everything you need to complete your assignments. Now it automatically saves as you're typing as well. So it automatically defaults and puts a name. This is named document. Now some of you may have never named your documents, and so you have a bunch of documents that are named document, document 1, document 2, and you don't even know what the document is. That's why I always recommend to be the first thing you do is to change the name to something that you can recognize. So when you go back to access it, you know exactly what you're looking for. So then as I'm typing on my All About You, it is automatically saving here at the top. Again, great features because if anything happens, you don't lose all your work. So then when you close out of the Word document, it will show up in your sophomore English folder. Now, it does take sometimes a moment for the name to change. You just have to be a little patient. But again, if I'm using Blackboard and I go to download a file, then I can upload directly here into my English folder. There it is. All right, let's go back and just talk about a few things for organization. The other thing about folders is that they sit on the top here. So if you do have a bunch of documents that you really don't even use anymore or don't know what they belong to, but you want to start kind of fresh, if you create your new folder and your new classes, they'll reside at the top here so you can easily access them. But let's just say that I wanted to move this file into my sophomore English folder. As you scroll, you'll notice that you have these little circles that pop up, and they even kind of put a check mark in it. But you really have to do it, and it has to light up. Then you have, once you do that, these applications across the top light up. I'm going to go unclick it, and there's not very many choices. And then once I click it, there are lots of different choices. So those documents that you just have named document, if you wanted to keep any of them, you could open them up and then rename them to really make it organized. But let's not worry about that. Let's just move this to my sophomore English folder because I forgot to open that folder when I came in. So you choose your OneDrive, go to which folder you'd like it to be in, and there you go, and you move it there. It'll disappear from here, and now it is in my English folder. And so that's just a nice way, again, for you to stay nice and organized. And if you forget to open the folder, you can always move them. The other thing is, say that you're working in the folder, and you decide you don't want this folder anymore, or file anymore, so you're going to delete it. And then after you delete it and you do a few more things, you realize, oh no, that's not the one I meant to delete. You can always go back into your recycle bin, and it usually sits right on top. It's the most current one, and you can choose it and you can restore it and put it back in the folder. Just another trick that I like to show. I hope this was helpful, and hopefully that you'll stay very organized during remote learning.